Hi, Rob Dayton with the Master's Program, and I want to talk to you about joy. Joy is bliss. If you can have a positive mindset, everything for your life will transform. You'll see things through a different lens because life is taking us in difficult directions all the time. Most of those difficult situations are around people and around the people that we encounter every day in a negative way. But what if your attitude was so positive and you could see through the eyes of Jesus in such a powerfully positive way, you could transform almost every moment of your life. In the Master's Program, which I completed in 2007, one of the most powerful things that was taught in that room was this concept of eternity. We're gonna live forever with Jesus. So this life on earth is just a vapor, here today, gone tomorrow. And that perspective changes everything about how you think and how you can move into a joyful mindset and not be distracted by the cares of this world. My first decision to move into joy happened shortly after the Master's Program, and here's what it was. I decided to change my answer to that famous question that we get every day. What's the question? How are you doing? How are you doing? You get that every day. I decided to answer that question, I'm amazing. I'm amazing. So someone asked me the question, I just said, I'm amazing. Now at first, I was thinking, gosh, am I being honest by saying that? But the bottom line is, through the lens of eternity, how could life not be amazing? You have the love of God in you. You have Jesus at your side. You have Holy Spirit on board. How could life not be amazing? And then you live in America, you're most likely fed. There's so many things that are going right. So that one shift started turning into actually believing when I answer it today, 15 years later, I'm amazing. I feel full-throated and full of those feelings of joy when I answer that question. And then what about trials? Joy in the trials. That can be challenging. And James, the brother of Jesus, says to consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kind. Is that possible? We know that Jesus used joy to endure a torture device on the cross. So we know that joy is good and that joy can take us through to new places in our life. And it is possible. You just have to think about the upgrades that you're going to get when every trial presents itself. You'll recall that with Nancy, I mentioned her, my wife, that she actually had a trial that was pretty challenging. She was diagnosed with cancer. And man, that was a scary moment for us. But Nancy, you're here. That was a scary moment for us, but what happened to you?
Well, first I want to thank everyone for your prayers. I know that Rob had you all praying for me, and it just meant a lot. And also, Rob talks a lot about upgrades, and he does truly have a joyful spirit about him, a blissful spirit is what he says. And it's hard not to see things in a positive life when you have a life partner like Rob. But I will say that my upgrades were pretty obvious. Like, I just kept seeing miracles in a lot of the little details that I may not have noticed before that they were actually miracles. And and it just was like one after the other. Just seeing people on the street, seeing neighbors, running into people who have had the same experience as me. and getting discernment from those conversations, and then just seeing God in everything. Like, I just am so much closer to Him now, and the people in my life, and it had a huge impact on me. So yeah, it's been not that hard to go through, honestly. It's actually been a blessing. So I just thank Jesus for this walk on the beach and being able to share with you.
So cool. Yeah, so So how about you? How about thinking about joy and starting to move in a joyful mindset? It is difficult. It does take time. You are rewiring your brain to have a different outlook on life. But did you hear what Nancy said? Going through cancer wasn't as difficult as she thought because of her blissful, joyful mindset, looking for the upgrades, which clearly came. I can tell you about Nancy that she is so more intently into her relational conversation. She has brushed eternity and seen how it makes a difference here. Huge upgrade. Remember, God is working all things together for your good. If it's not good yet, He's not done with you. So make it practical. Make it practical. Start working today to have a joyful mindset in every situation. And we're in your corner.